Hello, billionaires. It's Esther once again. Today, I want us to talk about something I see a whole lot of beginners make when it comes to stock investing, and that is losing money in the stock market. And I tell people, you actually don't lose in the stock market except you buy the wrong stock or you sell below the price that you actually bought the stock. Example, if you buy MTN at 600 naira and you sell at 500 naira, that is a loss. But if you don't sell, you are not yet on a loss until you actually do. But why do beginners actually lose money in the stock market? One thing I'll say is most times they buy out of hype. You buy because you are hearing this stuff is trending. Everybody's saying, oh, buy Okomo oil, buy Seplat, and that is basically why you're buying. You don't know why you're buying. Some of you don't even know what Okomo oil is into. You don't even know what the industry does, and you're buying into them. That is red flag. You want to understand the industry, the sector you are buying into. You want to understand the company before you actually buy. So when I see Okomo oil, for example, on red, I'm not going to fidget because I know this company is a company that will do well over time. I will not panic to sell. I will even buy more when there is a dip because I know my money will still work much more for me. This is one mistake that we make as beginners. You want to understand the fundamentals of the company. You don't want to buy out of hype. You want to do your research before you buy. Another thing is you do not want to panic to sell. A lot of beginners panic to sell, and that is why they face this. You do not want to panic sell at any moment. You want to sell only when you know it is due for you to sell. Sometimes you might need to sell at a loss, probably because you don't believe again in the fundamentals of that company, or that company is not going to yield more in the future. That is understandable. But if you don't do thorough research, don't sell. Another thing beginners do is ignore personal finances. You're just investing in the stock market because everybody's talking about it. Do you have an emergency fund? Do you have a low risk investment? So you find people invest money that they need for their school fees in 2 to 3 months' time in the stock market. Definitely, you have to sell it because you have to pay your school fees, and then you run at a loss because of that. Personal finance is key. Understanding simple things like budgeting, having an emergency fund set aside for emergencies. Do not invest your emergency fund in the stock market. Only invest money that you do not need for now, money that you can let go of long term. That is the way the stock market can reward you. The stock market rewards patience, and you want to be patient when you invest in the stock market. I would love to hear from you. What is one stock market mistake that you've experienced before? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe so you don't miss out on more content that I have planned for you in year 2026 to help you balance your life and your money. See you in my next video.